Alright, here we go. Right into game 2 of Nony against Handy, and look who I found to commentate this game with me.
Hey, guess who I am?
Who are you?
I think by this time people will know who I am, so there's no introduction needed. Okay?
Alright.
Well, Dan, you seem lifeless without me, so I thought I would sit here with you and commentate on these games. I am very excited to watch this top 8 playoffs. Nony's been very consistent, especially Nony and Handy, because Handy was so handy in the last game, almost forced push him to leave the Likoff house, or he may very well be outside of the house practicing. Uh, I heard it through the grapevine that he's got a poster of me on his wall, not to worship me, but to spit at me and to throw darts at me. I, Daniel Lee, if I see him, I'm gonna crush him with a hammer.
Oh my.
I hope he doesn't do that, because, no hard feelings. I just tried to set up a good event game for the foreign community. That's all I try to do.
Not your fault that he got owned by Handy, but Nony also took out a pro gamer, so we have a couple pro gamer killers going at it here.
That makes it all the more interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and even more interesting, we are in the top 8. It's kind of a new thing to hold a tournament and choose a foreigner out of it to go to Korea.
Yeah.
But I know that you've done a lot of drafts here in Korea with Korean aspiring pro gamers. I'm just wondering, what kind of criteria did you look for when going to those?
Oh, that's a funny story. On Magic, I chose him. I ran out of good people to pick, and I'm like, oh, I'll just settle for that kid. And then he turned out to be the best player on my team. My point is, there's no way you can know who the best player is at the draft, because we don't have enough amateur leagues, not enough records and data to really base our judgments on. For example, Piso was solely picked for his good looks.
Oh, is that right?
And for certain players, Flash for his young age. For me, I try to find I don't like the word geek, but I like to use the word cyber jock. I like that term better. I try to find cyber jocks because they seem like the type less inclined to party and drink and booze and gamble. So they had to consume their time with something to be good at something, and I'm hoping that would be StarCraft. Yeah. So it's really, that's a shame, because we have such a lively, active pro league scene, but not enough amateur leagues. And who knows, with the foreigners coming in, we might have better, exciting amateur leagues.
Yeah, that is true. That's basically what the foreign scene is, a bunch of amateur leagues. We're very good at running that type of stuff, so.
Now, we just saw the probe. I'm sure Nony is frustrated because he walled in. There's a way to go into that. You can make a pylon and push yourself, squeeze yourself in, but sometimes it doesn't work on your first try, and if you fail 2, 3, 4 times, it's really bad on the economy, because you lose minerals when you cancel the pylon.
That's right, 25% lost in every building canceled, so I guess he's just going to play kind of a safe game here.
Oh, interesting, right there, pylon. Now this right up against the wall may not be the best spot, because if you are right up against the wall here, right here, you can see a glimpse of it. So you might want to move back a little.
Yeah, about one matrix back would make that
more
visible, true. But, I like the fact that he's making that, because that SCV just got removed by this Dragoon. But, the SCV saw just 2 pylons, so, if Handy's really smart, he's going to be like, hey, shouldn't there be a 3rd pylon right now?
Or maybe Nony's got slow hands and hasn't had time to make the 3rd pylon. Who knows what Handy is thinking, how clever he is. We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, indeed. And, it's interesting you were talking about picking these cyber jocks, these kind of geeky kids, because you look at, the very first generation of pro gamers, they were more normal, social people, kind of, as opposed to this cyber jock that just, almost from birth is playing video games. So it's really interesting to see how the scene has changed like that.
Come on, it's only natural for gamers to be out of style when you concentrate so much on playing games. So it's only natural that you are less you don't socialize as much, unless I hope they don't talk to computers too much. That's a bad sign right there. But you'd be surprised what money and fame can do to a person. I've seen this in many pro gamers. Fame, money, recognition for your skills and your talent, and getting a lot of attention from the media, and more importantly, money. Builds up it's a big confidence booster. And I've seen good changes in gamers.
Yeah, you sit in your basement or your attic all day practicing, and then finally it pays off. Making all that money, being famous. I can imagine how that would really boost confidence. And Handy, nice scouting there.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, Nony should not have allowed that search to succeed.
Yeah, and now Handy sees exactly what's going on. That quick nexus, the second gate, and the robo. And to me, that spells Reaver. I would think that Noni's doing the exact same build we saw him do against Strict. Very strong build that game.
Now, as we were talking, Handy did see this pylon right here.
That's right. He did scout that out. So, Handy, he was looking for any sort of proxy things. He doesn't want really quick Reaver drop in his face or something like that. So smart of him to do.
Now, he should be making an engineering bay or an armory, but he isn't doing any one of them. So how is he going to defend against a Reaver and a Zilla drop? He should know that Nony is up to something.
Yeah, I mean, this really did look like a Reaver build, and if Handy's paying attention, as I really think he is, he wants to go to Korea. Of course he's studying these games that Nony's played. I mean, Nony loves to go Reaver on this map, so...
Now, this has to be only one possible thing that he could do, which is all in.
Yeah,
Three factory, pump up the units, and all in. Go for it. Take your SCVs. Okay, this could be very doable, but if you fail on your rush, then you lose the game.
Yeah.
So Handy was awfully strategic in the last game. So let's see how strategic and how well he enforces the build he has came with.
It's kind of an interesting build to take and expand and then go 3 factory.
Exactly.
I'm not sure how well it's going to work out for him, especially against this Reaver.
I guess he's thinking if he does indeed fail or not succeed so well on his first rush, since he's got his second expansion up, he can always make a comeback. I'm hoping that even though he's got the he could have the disadvantage after the initial fight, he wants to be a little bit more safe.
Yeah.
But being a little bit more safe could be really unsafe.
Look at that, another SCV sneaking in. It sees the shuttle.
Now this is too bad. This is too bad. Yeah, there's no doubt. So let's see how handy. Well, how handy he will be. Okay, there goes the armory, but a bit too late. So obviously he didn't get the hint last time. So I think Nony was like, here, hint. Come on, I want a good game. Here goes my river. I'm gonna even show you my river.
There you go. But Handy should know an armory is a very slow making building. I mean, it takes about as long as a factory to make. The eBay is much quicker, and it's going to be a lot easier to defend against Reaver with that.
Nony should have plenty of time to do some harassment.
Yeah, I mean,
plenty of time.
It is coming in now.
Now, what's that siege being sieged right there? That's a bad move by Handy. Not being very handy at all. Come on. You saw the Reaver coming. You don't even have a Goliath or a turret. You unsiege that.
Yeah, that is too bad. And look at this, a very naked expansion.
Look at the purple dots moving out with the tanks. I'll take some SCVs.
And in the meantime, a lot of SCVs going out. 6 kills for this Reaver, 9 kills for this Reaver.
Now, wow. I don't understand this. This is very perplexing for me. He saw the Reaver and the Zealots, he did see the Zealots.
Yeah.
Why leave your expansion like that? Without the defense of tanks.
I couldn't explain it. And
I don't get that.
He might get a lot more SCVs going down. This is a killer Reaver here by Nony.
Look at the tanks going back and forth, not making a decision on what to do. This is very bad. If you're going to defend, just come back and defend. If you're going to rush out.
Yeah, and he has those Goliaths making, so that's going to really help out against this Reaver. But a lot of more damage being done, even more SCVs going down still. And Nony has to be feeling very good about his position. He's
Look at
still
that.
got the Reaver even.
Yeah, he's got the second expansion up. Oh, jeez, this is looking very good for Nony. He has accomplished the mission he set out to do.
Yeah, and look, he's going up to a lot of facts right now, still against 3 facts. So, I mean, all he has to do is block whatever rush that Handy is planning on doing. But look at this. He's taking a defensive formation despite this 3-factory all-inish build.
Yeah, the positioning of the tanks without the vultures and the Goliath is horrible because he could lose a few more tanks by having them positioned here.
A few Zealot bombs, a Reaver mixed in there with some good micro, and these tanks can just get demolished. I do not like Handy's play all that much right now.
So I guess he decided to go for the expansion. Yeah, there he goes.
There he goes.
But Nony, observer, watching his every move.
Yeah, Nony's looking in. Just look at this. A lot of
6 gateways. He's got everything he needs. He's got the speed going right now. Oh, geez, Handy is being so not handy. What's going on with him right now? Dan, I don't understand this. He was so good last game, but this game is just horrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. He did play a very nice game against Nony in that game one, but
There he goes, hoping to get
so-
some points back with this rush.
you know, these timings are not making sense. You know, to start the command center and then attack, that is just illogical in every way. So I
Usually-
hope he just sieges the center. Not sure what he's doing. It looks like he is going to run up a ramp against this many Dragoons. This is not looking good, Daniel.
Now, usually when you take an expansion, what you need to do is get the upper hand in the fight. You know, once you get the upper hand in the fight, then you go for the expansion pick. Why? Because it's safe to go for an expansion. You can defend it, protect it. But if you lose the fight, this expansion is going to be obsolete.
That's so true, and that is just look at this. I mean, he is getting plowed through.
Come
his
on,
army.
Nony, you don't have to be so impatient. Just pull back a little. Oh, he doesn't even need to. You know, it would have been
Look at
safer
that.
for him to wait for the
30
Zealots. There's no
39
rush.
supply against 105, and yeah, I mean,
Oh, gee.
look at that, a lot of speed zealots now. Nony on top of things, and it looks like Handy's just about dead here.
Now, Dan, this is what I'm talking about right here. How is he going to defend against this expansion? This is
Well, he does have 2 vultures.
and
I mean,
2 mines and 4 mines, but that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, Nony could ally him at this point and still win. It looks like Nony's going to be taking this down 2-0. What do you think about both players' play this game?
Oh, Handy, I am just perplexed. I don't understand the timing, the build seems very, very strange to me. Not the same player I saw last time against Push GM. And Nony, it's time for him to call for that hamburger and grub on that hamburger.
Yeah, that's about it. He's just 1A, 2A, 3A.
Exactly.
You know, he's just waiting for Handy to get out here. And Handy does leave the game. So Nony, our first player to enter the top 4 of this tournament.
Congrats,
2-0
Nony. Good
against
job.
Handy.
Good job.
Very good job. And GG.